Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues. In the last episode, we absorbed the Protectron security something or another that was over there. And then we've been kind of just working through our focuses. Also knocking on some of the some smaller things here. And I think we're primarily working for through the Area 51 focus trees now that we got Area 51 under control. The big issue has been manpower, and I was reminded that I can change my laws here to change my manpower. Now, the reason why I wasn't ever thinking about this is because I've needed pretty much all of my political power up to this point to just keep the NCR from being a problem. But now they're at war, I kind of have my political power available to me. So we can do that. So let's do that. All Americans want it all. Non-core manpower plus 13%. Bam. Yeah, we'll basically want to get up to rally around the flag. We just need more than 95% legitimacy. Proud Patriots all. Hit it. All right. So not only will that let me deal with my resistance, also let me begin to expand that army. High pressure hydraulics. Stealth boys, pre-war infantry, custom built capacitors. Yeah, work on this stuff. Fire support vessels. All right. So what we're going to want here, we're going to want to fill this out with 10 divisions of armor. We're going to want to fill this out with let's see. We're going to need another one. That'll bring us up to 8 and 8, and then we're going to need 10 more. So 5 more armor and 5 more mobile. Motorized. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good deal. Long-range optics, storage compartments. And then for this army, we want heavy robots. Basically, the rest of this is going to be heavy robots. So that's what? 11 more? All right, we'll start with that to come up to speed. All right. right, Area 23, Mercury Operations Center. While not exactly Los Alamos or Area 51, Mercury, Nevada sits just north of Mercury Pass, a major caravan route via the north route to New Vegas. The closed city was built by the Atomic Energy Commission well over 300 years ago and was the main competitor for Big MT, the massive defense research think tank in the region. Regardless, the city was locked down via robotic guards pre-war, which kept many at bay from the site, but that isn't a problem when you have government access codes. With the town under our control, our scientists and engineers are welcoming the change from the stuffy Fort Sierra, where they've made their home these past few years, and have felt themselves a renewed sense of discovery and drive. Research speed by 1% and army organization factor by 2%. Area 5, next. Wrought iron manufacturing. Steel layering. Alright, and that also means that we can just start justifying. How long will it take to justify against you? 340 days? I gotta be careful about my political power, though. Still need to be careful about it. Alright. Their deflation scheme. Let's just keep monkeying with the NCR overtly. As long as these two stay in perpetual war, that would be great. It'll let me do what I want to do without too much trouble.
Enclave here. Enclave here.
57mm deck guns. Alloy casing. Historical firearms. If we can expand our army just a little bit more, then I think we have a serious shot at dealing with the Washington Brotherhood. Oh, we have this one too. Caps expenses plus 35%. Oh, we could probably take it. Go for it. We'll just have to keep an eye on that. Make sure that it stays positive. Alright. Area 5. I want to set the world on fire. While the M42 was developed and tested at Fort Strong from the East Coast, the main production center of the weapon was contained at Area 5 at the Nevada test site. After securing the site, data archaeologists managed to recover the schematics and plans for the M42 and its corresponding ammo. We now have access to this pre-war treasure of a weapon and can put it to production immediately, under the aircraft tab. Once sufficient numbers are built, we can arm them in decisions for use by commanders in battle plans or through spy missions. We got the mini nuke. Alright. All right, so that tree is done as far as we can push it. So let's work on this one. All right, the elephant in the room. 75mm deck guns. Depth fuse. Storage compartments. Optic fibers. Steel layering. No, we want alloy smelting. Objective security tasks. Let's get custom built capacitors. Let's see, are we short anything? We are short tanks. Build me more tanks. Aguila's development. During his mercenary days, one of Granite Company's most prized possessions was an old M42 Fat Man launcher that has outfitted everything they could to keep it up and running. Sadly, an errant Deathclaw ambush saw it get crushed under the thing's jaws, and it was deemed too damaged for repair. Granite Company, however, mounted it and kept it as a trophy and keepsake. Now, with the return of the mini nukes to the front line, Granite has pressed General Aguila to recreate these devices, knowing how powerful they could be on the front line. For the past few weeks, alongside assistance from the Fort Sierra Forge, Aguila has been hard at work training a select group of soldiers and working her engineers around the clock. At last, she has drawn fruit and has presented them to the president. He is impressed. Essentially, a power armor equipped combined arms team. The shock trooper's main weapon is the M42, which proved more than capable of taking out enemy fortifications and vehicles. While it takes some time to build enough M42s, Aguila agreed with Granite that his confidence that these new units will ensure Enclave victory. Shock Trooper Tech. Alright. So is this actually a thing that we can... M42 Fat Man. I bought. Well, we don't really need those. Mini nukes. Okay. Make sure those repairs get done. Alright. What we've known for centuries at this point is we are not alone. Ever since the crash at Roswell in 1947, we've been aware. We've designated them Zetans for reasons we've since forgotten. We know they've been watching us, studying us, abducting us. They are not friendly, they do not come in peace, and they don't want to negotiate. They even took a sitting U.S. senator, and we found his dissected corpse floating in the Potomac just before the Great War. Sadly, most of our knowledge on them went down with the rig, and Callahan and the rest of the Enclave intelligence is trying to piece together what they can. If something happens, we must be ready, and it's not like we can send nuclear missiles at their homeland. There are rumors of something found out in New Mexico years ago brought here, but for the time being, we can only sit and wait. Alloy casing is done. Get me 37mm twin mounts. Let's go for area 25. All right, zeros across the board. Those are almost down to 0. Now, if I have to, it's going to want 655. You gain negative 17,000 model caps per month. Okay, yep, that became too expensive. We're gonna have to go back down to standard wages. And we're gonna have to hope that just because they're at war, we can just keep 140 days. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Spring buffer mechanism. Area 25, Rock Valley. Pre-war, the military began conducting research into what exactly a post-nuclear environment would essentially be. Centered around Area 25, the facility ran a series of underground tests that replicated real-world environments and then doused them in radiation to discover the results. While a seemingly destructive and fruitless test, the Great War proved the naysayers wrong. The data recovered from the site has allowed us to put their recommendations into practice, allowing our troops to better operate in the various scarred environments we find ourselves in. Grand penalty speed by... Let's get 90mm twin cannon. Get pre-war infantry kits. Let's go after Area 27. All right, radar arrays. All right, they're at war. They won't notice. Hopefully. Alright, tanks are only going to be short for 34 days. Alright, so let's get fire extinguishers. And once we get all this caught up, we're going to have to... Well, we don't have a Navy experience. We'll just see about getting some Navy experience. Alright, Area 27, Jasper Labs. Jasper was a brilliant experiment using a two-stage high-energy shotgun to achieve shock pressures, temperatures, and strain rates similar to those sustained in a nuclear weapon. The test continued well into the 2060s before shut down to allocate funding to the war effort. It was these tests that allowed Vault-Tec to create the vaults and to ensure the rig was capable of surviving a nuclear explosion. These tests ensured America's survival, something their scientists and engineers probably didn't think about. However, our scientists and engineers have noted that the last series of tests use mass driver technology, which they think they can miniaturize, given enough time, allowing us to hopefully in the future recreate our last Gauss rifles. Area 6. Alright, looks like they got across the river at Needles. Gain 60,000 bottle caps. Alright, so we're manufacturing those. That's good. We still need to crank out more laser rifles. There we go. .57mm revolver cannon, 75mm revolver cannon, naval mine laying. That's worked on. That's worked on. That's worked on. All right, so that'll finish. Well, it won't finish it off, but we don't really have anything else to work on in this tree. Sophisticated infantry attack. Alright, we're caught up on this stuff. Alright, so let's see. 7 barrels, 3 barrels. Let's go with 7 barrels for soft attack. Area 6. I'm not sure what that did. And 50 energy production in Rainier Mesa. Secure the big MT. Alright. 90mm twin cannons. That's good. So over here for Tesla cannons. Soft attack, hard attack, air attack. Yeah, we'll go with that. Because our hard attack is going to come from like missile launchers and stuff like that. So radar arrays. That's done. Or we can add hard attack, high temperature flames to our heavy incinerators. That's what we're going to do. Alright. Stealth boys. Coordinated assaults. A whole bunch of stuff just trained out. Alright, good. Mechanized warfare or trooper warfare? I'm thinking we're gonna go mechanized.
Enclave here.
Okay, so yes.
Enclave here.
Our 5 motorized are going
This is Enclave main.
here.
This is Enclave main com.
All these heavy robots are going there. Alright, so what I should probably do is start working on another... See, the base is 20. Okay, so 20 divisions is the base. How much more power armor can I train out? I can do 10 more divisions. Perfect. 10 more divisions of power armor infantry. 10 more divisions of auxiliaries. Which are basically just my straight infantry at this point. Probably just rename that. Damage control training. Yeah. We're just going to call it Enclave Infantry. Alright. Hold on. Historical firearms, so that's complete. Let's see. Let's add breakthrough and heart attack to the auto grenade launchers. Alright, we can switch this back down to, the problem is that's going to change the Special Forces training capacity modifier. Let's drop down to family stipends. And we'll see if that fixes things. Expedition to the Big Empty. Before the war, one of the greatest centers of R&D was the Big Empty. Long thought to be destroyed, whispers of eerie lights in the night at the center of the site inspired an expedition. To our surprise, we found a realm of wonders and terrors, cybernetic enhancements, holographic technology, and new ceramics, but also shambling corpses, robotic scorpions, and malevolent fauna. As the vertebrates descend, its gunners putting down a series of strange individuals in hospital guard and shooting at us, the president must decide what to do with the facility. And some production. The think tank. To our surprise, pre-war scientists have survived in the think tank, adopting robotic bodies. Time has not been kind, and they are clearly insane in the mainframe. While most dream of leaving to experiment in the wastes, the one called Mobius has warned us that this will end only in tears. A few have suggested that it might be worth supporting their research. We will persuade them to stay in the Big MT. Restoring the big MT. Alright, so when is this going to complete? 14th of October? Alright, there's all of our new armor.
Enclave here. This is Enclave main com. Enclave here. This is Enclave main com.
10 divisions go here. And the other 6 go here. Naval mine manufacturing. Okay, so this tree is basically going to finish. This tree we can't expand any further. This tree is ahead of time, so we'll look at it later. The air tree we can't really expand. That's as far as we can go. That's as far as we can go at the moment. That's as far as we can go at the moment. And these are not things that we can actually research as of yet. So, we'll go ahead of time on our new laser rifles. In fact, that has a reduction of penalty, so that's perfect. Let's start put justification going on Ripperalt territory. Okay, T-51B. Even still, probably our XO1s are better, so. High temperature flame. Low manpower. Well, I mean, theoretically. I guess we can get the composite T-45D. We completed bribing their leadership. I mean, I don't really actually need to do much, and there really isn't anything else that we can do. We'll probably start decrypting Caesar's Legion. Imminent raid. Well, we got plenty of forces there to deal with any raid. Alright, we restored the big MT. Perfect. Alright, so I guess we're going to go back to the Department of Defense. Continue working on this tree here. Mechanized logistics. I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end the episode. This will be done in a couple of months. This will be done in a bit. I gotta start planning what we're gonna be doing after we take these two. Should probably just keep pushing east as much as we can. And then head for the Brotherhood. Push east, push north, get all the way to the old Canadian border. Keep pushing east. Just build the big old power base up here. And then we can turn our attention south. Yep. I think so. All right. But for now, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.